Let's talk about IEP goals today. This is Carrie with tips and recommendations, and if you like that, please follow. Well, last week I was in an IEP, and there was a specific goal that brought a little red flag to me, but not only to me, to the parent. Now, IEP goals, it does not matter what subject you teach. There are a few things that you need to keep in mind. An area of need needs to be identified, the baseline, where you're starting from, and then the goal needs to be written that I'm just going to bluntly say it needs to be realistic to be attainable. Not that it's easy, but it needs to be realistic. It also needs to be measurable. So the concern, or why I'm bringing this up, was last week at an IEP, there was a goal that was written by the special ed teacher. And I could see the purpose and I can understand why the teacher wrote it, but I sat there as she was reading this goal saying, wow, that's a lot in one goal. Now, I have a voice in an IEP, but you know what? I didn't have to use my voice because someone else did. The parent. It was the parent that said, that's an awful lot to put in one goal. So this is what I'm recommending, and this is what I do as an APE teacher, is I break down goals. When I can write 2, I'm going to write 2. The other is being really clear with my benchmarks. And I do explain that to a parent. At this benchmark, I'm looking for this. This next benchmark, I'm looking for that. Why do that? Is because I don't want to say, oh, they didn't meet it. I truly want to identify the progress that they have made. Maybe they did not meet the entire goal, but they did this, this, and this. And it was how I wrote it that it can be attainable. Just a reminder, there's no limitation of how many goals you can write, but this way it is easy to follow, for the parents to understand, for the students to understand as well. Make it easier on you on measuring that goal and also tracking their progress. What parts are those students accomplishing for that end result? Just something to think about. Hope it was helpful. Bye-bye.